All right. Hello, hello, hello. I know it looks a little different. I want to try this out. Stylist is on the scene. So for this one, I'm a little behind, but it's okay. I think it's perfect. I wanted to hop on scene to see what the back to school sales are looking like for adults. I did a three-part series of shopping concerns and stylist strategies or advice, whichever way you took it. And some of the questions were kind of just, resurfacing as I was out in the fields at different stores for department stores and off price stores. So we're going to check it out and let's have some fun. So I had an idea to do this, and I'm just like, I'm not sure which video I should do this for. So when we started doing that series, I was like, this is the perfect time to be on the scenes. And honestly, now that I'm venturing out to having a online boutique with curated fashions, that channel will definitely be a lot of behind the scenes and just you guys just kind of seeing how things are developed as well as designed, as well as come with me shopping so that you guys can kind of just see the different processes, especially as someone who is a professional stylist. So this is the first store we're going into Nordstroms, not Nordstrom's rack. I want to go inside the department stores first because this is where this is where a majority of my clients, my customers, my one-on-one, not online, following. This is where my one-on-one customers kind of shop at for good quality clothes as well as off-rack discount stores like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and stuff. So I wanted to go into department stores. So here is what's on the scene. This is very much so it's just a weird time because it's still hot outside, but it's also just still, it's about to be warm. This is a unique little nice little piece and it had a full pants because I was like, oh, it got the full pants at the bottom. I think it's cute depending on what you do. I think it's more suitable for like a content creator, but depending on what type of work you do, I dressed a lot of, like executives and stuff like that. It's just not acceptable. It may look great and extraordinary to look at, but realistically, I just like to be realistic. Now we can have fun and all, but I mean, I just like to be realistic. Now this grabbed my bag. I mean, just that grabbed my eye a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. There was a lot of sets. Those sets really just like grabbed my attention a lot. But I didn't see anything that was wow. This right here, this was like the discount, but like everything else was regular. There wasn't really much of back to school. It wasn't much of a sale. See 40% off, which was all of that. I'm trying to zoom in. I know some my camera work is a little janky, but you know what? I kind of like it because number one, everyone doesn't want to be on camera. Everyone does not want to be a viral meme, especially the certain age or a certain position you're in. But and I just think like the authenticity of it all. But all of that section was not on sale. It was just that small little section that I was in that was kind of just mixed prints, and everything else is regular. So they kind of want you to just roam through the store. That's a strategy. Now this was cute. This little coat. Yes. They want you to roam through the store so that you can kind of forget. So if you can kind of just, oh, this look cute and kind of just forget about the sale. That is definitely like a strategy that they do. Well, a lot of people do. So yeah, this was the store in Nordstrom's. I like this for some reason. I like the color. It's very soothing. It's like one of the colors that I have on one of my color combinations that I just posted. So if you guys are not following us on TikTok or YouTube or Pinterest, yeah, I do have it. I'm feeling the material because some of the stuff are heavy and then some are light. So if it's very thin, I would advise you not to wear it unless you have a seamstress or a tailor on deck to add an extra, lining or make it thicker so that you can wear it beyond just October. So that is what I'm doing when I'm like touching like that, especially the pins, because the thickness is just not there. You see how sheer that one is? I'm feeling it. I'm stretching it. You're buying it, but yet when it starts getting windy and cold, baby, you're going to be feeling it. And then you're going to get a cold and you're going to be like, where did I get this cold from? So I just really like to be realistic with a lot of my customers. I love the shape of this. It's just something about it, the simplicity of it, the colors popping, and then the bangle. I don't know. It just has like a nice distinctive touch to it that it's nothing on there, but the shape and that accessory just kind of just grabbed my attention. This is cute. I love how the sleeve is and how dainty it is. It's really cute. But none of this stuff is on sale. That is the sale section. Yup. That's cute, but it's very short. That the shorts. Okay. It's a nice yellow combination as well. But yeah, it was just a lot going on. Nothing really grabbed my attention except for that bag. I love that color. Ooh, see, another bag grabbed my attention. Nice, fun. I think this is like a great bag if you have like a very plain outfit from like work or meeting. You need to be kind of just stuff you a little bit with your outfit, but then you go in your car, you got your bag, take all your stuff, put it in there, and that bag will kind of just liven it up. Now this is a cute little number right here. I know on a hanger it does not look attractive, but I promise you it looks good. Like it looks very, very good. Your body gotta be like together. I mean it. And if it's not, it's okay. Then put like a body shaper on so that it is, let the outfit be. That's cute too. I like denim skirts like this. Yeah, I'm looking at it wasn't a good catch. Like it wasn't much just of anything. So let's go on to the next door. So yeah, this mall is in a definitely in an affluent area. So I said, let me start off there. Well, actually, I didn't start off there. I started off but I started off at the off-price type of stores like TJ Maxx. I did it in the middle of August. I did 2 stops and I was like, you know what? I shouldn't be doing this. I should do it closer to back to school because it makes sense so that I can hone in everything. But at least I did get that footage in the middle of the month, as well as another tip that I said when to go shopping, which I'll say later. But I'm honestly glad I did this. My little folder, because I was shopping for a client, but I was not impressed with the mall. I see why the mall is kind of just slowly dying. I might do a nice little article or just my point on it in another video, but yeah, I don't really see a point of going to the mall unless you like picking up for like curbside or whatever. So here we are strolling. I'm trying to see, what they have to offer. As I stated, I wanted to go during the back to school, and this is what they had to offer when it came to clothes right now. Are y'all feeling like what y'all feeling? I'm not sure where y'all are in the world, but are y'all seeing some of the stuff in your town, your city? Everyone doesn't get the same designs or the same type of clothes, because definitely everyone's trends are different. But due to social media, that type of now this jacket was cute. I was feeling it. I was about to go in there and start changing that model that mannequin like I was at home. But yeah, with social media has changed. I was wondering to see if they have altered that model. I love jackets like this little. I thought it was a jacket, but it was a dress. I love denim dresses, and I'm just kind of showing the tag. I ain't really impressed with it. I wanted to see if social media was changing up how they were distributing clothes to different regions of the United States or even the world. But I don't know. It's real different. I want to see if do you guys see this stuff in your stores? Have you seen it? If you don't go to stores, let me know. Now this top was too thin. Kind of just looking I always look at the lining because I'm in the northeast of the world, and when it get cold, I like to cover up. I do not got time to be sick because I got a few things lined up for this coming months. All right. Now this is a nice little sweater that I saw, but it's thin. Like you can, it kind of it doesn't look see-through, but it was thin. And I was just like, child, a good number of these items was thin. I was feeling this, but it was definitely like, I don't know. It was just, it's cute for the moment, but I'm gonna be throwing it away real soon. That's what it was. And a lot of people who come to me want to be more intentional. So now this skirt was there right here on this mannequin. Hey girl. I was feeling it. This is a cute little setup too. And the nice, it has some boots on. Hey girl. I'm feeling it skirt. It felt good. It was also thick. So like I said, if you had cute little stockings or some boots, it was it. All right, looking at that price, I'm just saying. Are y'all getting a deal or not? I'm out here on the streets for y'all. I'm trying to show y'all, I gave y'all examples, my input, and just seeing what is out there. That is the cost of what some of these items are. And I know some of you are probably not really familiar with some of these brands. You've never seen them or never came across them on social media, but that's what it is. The skirt is cute. I like it. Depending on your aesthetic, I like it. That's a cute little number too. And I did like the thickness of it. That's why I give it that thumbs up. I think it was definitely worth the price because the thickness was there for me. So I gave it that thumbs up if y'all ever come across it. So we're in a little section where it is the discount. I told you got to go in the back. Final few is what they call it, or last call. I don't know why I guess they changed it, but this whole section was just a bunch of dresses that I just got a headache just looking at it. I just grabbed a bunch and was just like, oh, okay. Extremely summer like, but this right here felt good, but that was full price. Let's go over here on this rack because there's more on this side. Checking out the price. That was a nice little thickness, but it wasn't much. That's why I kind of just tossed it. Now this side, this was they was trying to get everything out. You see, I had to put my folder underneath my underarms. Yeah, up to 50% off of regular price. So I had to like dig in and see what was going on for y'all. So it was like a lot of PJs that first one, but then when I saw this girl just kind of like looked like she was preparing for school, I'm like, oh, let me come over here and see what's working over here. So here we are. This was a nice little price. Can y'all see that? All right. It was definitely 50% off, but it was still high, 88.50 if y'all saw that. I love that color. I'm wearing like a similar color to it. I love coats like this. I like male's aesthetic and making it feminine, but this was $40 off. So I think that was great. The thickness of it was great. And you also can add if you want to. So yeah, as you can see, it was like a give or take on some of these pieces, depending on what your budget is. That's why it's very important to set a budget first so that you don't go over or you're not surprised. But if you are very strict on your budget, definitely $99.99 on that set. Definitely go straight to the back if you are strict on a budget. Here is another price. I like this. Depending on your line of work or what your personality is and what you're trying to say with your visual image, this can go as well. And there was a lot of them on the rack like this. Checking out some more blazers. 88.80. Kind of giving you guys a preview of the outfit. Again, I know it's not perfect. I actually don't want it to be perfect, but everybody doesn't want to be on camera. So I'm trying to be, just not, I don't want to say discreet because my phone is out. But I'm just trying to be real, smooth with it. This side was like real relaxed. And then that was not on sale. That was just the glamorous dress. That was just regular price. I went in the men's section And it was just not much popping over there. It was just denim, collar shirts, same old colors, and I was just like, oh, all right, I see how we doing the men's. Men, I think you guys need to shop online because the stores just got y'all just looking super bland. Unless you go to like a niche boutique or an independent designer, but these department stores, it is, y'all. Now this was cute. It's giving me like the Chanel type of aesthetic. I'm liking it. Y'all liking it? Y'all definitely let me know down below in the comments. See what else they got out there for us to see. Now, I wanted to see what was going on upstairs, which I definitely know is the baby section or the kids section, but they also have the Skims section. I thought it was, well, it's not just Skims, but Skims is like the first brand you see as soon as you got off of the elevator. The escalator, I'm sorry. And her section is definitely bigger than Fenty and the other area of like bras and sleepwear and stuff. So this was her stuff. I like a couple of her things. I've definitely put a few clients on to a few of her body wear, her shapewear stuff, and it snatches, baby. It snatches. Her t-shirts is definitely more for lounge, but yeah, her loungewear I just don't see anything very different from anyone else. But her shapewear, a couple of them are like A1 for sure. Now this was the other section. I did not see any sales up here. They just want you to spend like over $75 or $100 and then get like points, or it was just a lot of fluff, but there was just no sales for adults. Like I had mentioned, back to school is catered towards kids, college kids, young adults, and they kind of just do us adults dirty. Okay. Here is the I must have got a mosquito bite the way I was itching. The shoe department, but it was just like the typical clearance and sale rack. So I didn't feel the need to go over there to show y'all. It's just the typical type of sale that they have, but it wasn't anything significant or like back to school. So I'm just kind of just browsing through so you guys can kind of just see and also see the pricing on these items. As you can see the pricing, and that's supposed to be sale. We are definitely paying for tariffs because $245. I don't remember what brand that was, but I'm going down. And as you go down, see, I'm close by the door, it's less. You know what? I'm not sure. Because sometimes they pay for placement and they pay for specific placement. I've never worked for Nordstrom, so I don't know how that works. So, you know what? I can't say that. I'm not going to say what I was about to say. Babe, I wanted to go in Sephora because there was a question about skincare and makeup. So here we are in Sephora, even though I needed to go in there personally to buy me some of my little faded skincare, but I ain't seen no sale. It was just pretty much buy over $100, 125. I know we'll get to the sign and get XYZ. It wasn't much of a sale. They just want you to buy. Yeah, I need to grab my products, girls. Okay. Need to get my little faded, the high roller. If you know, you know. And then the faded bar. Shit, shout out to this brand, okay? But yeah, it was a joke. Y'all see any signs? This is what it was. So at the browsing around, I just was like, let me check out because it wasn't much going on. So I'm like, yep, time to get it moving. All right, so now that I got my stuff, we are out. Make sure my phone is out so that y'all can kind of just see. I'm browsing around because I want to make sure I don't see any additional signs for sales. But then I saw some perfumes. Well, I smelled someone, and boy, oh boy, if you know me in perfumes, hey girl. So I didn't see anything, and yeah, on the mission, the hunt to other stores. Child, save my thoughts for later. And here we are at Express, one of my first retail jobs. No, you know what? Second. I love this little get up. Of course, I'm gonna touch the leopard first, but this little sassy little number right here is cute. Look at the back. I'm playing with it because but I'm gonna get it on a hanger. Y'all gonna watch. It is super cute. I love this combination. I'm always a fan of monochromatic, but red is as a monochromatic is not often done a lot, but I like it. Express has great like workwear stuff, but this was what was on the mannequin, and in the back you can see the zipper. I really, really liked it. I know it was over 100, but I think it would be worth it because the material is very soft. Look at our kid just chilling in the cut. Yeah, I'm just feeling it. Now this is my type of number right here, girls. But I know some will probably be like, this is too much. This is cute, but it's very like summery fall. And then you will be packing it up. I'm just filling on the outfits. That is exactly what I'm doing. One hand has the phone, the other one I have to touch and feel. That's just what I do. Yeah, I just like to be very transparent with my clients as well as my following, my community. So, child stylist on the scene. Now that little number cute too. Yeah, as we went to the back of the store, it got very like young. Very, very young. A lot of short skirts, mini skirts. I saw a couple of tank tops, crop tops. Now this little number cute too. But Express is definitely notable for just the workwear, the working woman, the suit, the skirt, the blazers, collar shirts. I've definitely worked for them a number of years. I've done a number of floor sets. The pants was like the number one seller for them. So when I seen that little middle piece, it was just like, this is different. I like how the pink is definitely like scattered throughout the store, that hot pink. I think it gives it some character. Always gotta feel. The vest is definitely a thing. I personally, they go another crop top, but the vest is definitely a thing. It's definitely not within my personal style, but it's definitely a thing. I definitely don't see that coming with us in 2026. I'm trying to look for the sales area, the clearance. They have clearance. I definitely know that. Um, yeah, another crop top. They're notable their pants, like I stated, but it's definitely like a little young elements. It's the men's section, so they kind of throw you off because you think you're entering the men's, but here is the clearance section. They tuck it away. They tuck it. It's in this little nooks, but this is the whole room of clearance. Definitely a lot of summer stuff they are trying to push out. I just love that color. I don't know if y'all are like noticing, but that color is just it does something to my skin. Okay. Check it out. Final sale. Final sale. I liked collar shirts are definitely my thing. If y'all can see that, I was thinking about buying it, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to have black. If it was like another color, like a brown, then I would buy it. But I don't want to wear black. But yeah, here is the men's section. I think those were accessories. I didn't even touch over there, but I wanted to tap into the men because I do style men, and there wasn't much of an impression on what they have. And this is what I was talking about when I said the men's stuff is just so bland. It's just blue, white, tan, maybe some red. They have green in here, but it just looks so bland and boring. Look how bored she looked at bored. Versus the other side, you saw a splash of hot pink. You saw that green. Let's head on over to Macy's. Which one do y'all go to as far as department stores? Do y'all go to Macy's or Nordstroms? Let me know. I honestly like both. I think both of them have difference to offer, but when it comes to coats, I think Macy's has the greatest deals. And then the sales associates are definitely a lot more lenient in helping you find a deal versus Nordstrom's. Nordstrom is definitely give or take. And then yeah, it's just a lot of like politics. Well, I won't say a lot of politics, but it's definitely like favoritism over there. But Macy's, when it comes to coats and stuff or deals, I think Macy's has it in the bag. There was a question about jewelry, so I said, let me head on over there. I do have some good memory. And then I know someone also asked about handbags as well, or had it in the questions. So I said, let me browse through these sections so that you can kind of see. We did go through Nordstrom's. As I mentioned, I wanted to stop off at department stores so that you guys can kind of compare and not just hear me talk about strategy and advice, but this is what is out on the scene. I'm out in the field backing my stuff up so that you guys can see for yourself, and I'm just running it back and just kind of regurgitating. If you guys want to go back and listen, if you want to listen on the go, you can. It's on the podcast, or you can watch it on YouTube. It's just me just straight talking and kind of just working you through the strategy and advice based off of my knowledge and me working in, the retail space prior to the pandemic. I do want to put that emphasis. Now, this little thing was cute, okay? I liked it this too. It's very different for me. It's simple, but it's different. I like it. And I like that color as well. Trying to see how deep it was. If there was like a little pocket so I could put my little lipstick in there, my lip gloss, my pen. I always gotta see what's in there. Does it come with a dust bag? I want one of those. But I think they have a nice selection of bags that are everyday versus Nordstrom's. They had bags that were like you can wear once or twice a week, depending on how much you go out. If you go out, if you want to switch out your bag, But as far as like an everyday bag or your work bag, I think Macy's has that in the bag as well. I would go with Macy's over Nordstroms, depending on where you live, but that's just me. I know where to go and what to find. And sometimes, a lot of times, I have a lot of unique things that have not been worn or haven't seen the light of day, and it can bring the plainness of the stuff that I find in Macy's alive. So here's the jewelry. I wanted to come over here so that you guys can see. I felt like I've seen these earrings before a lot of the time online, but I guess I didn't. But I wanted to show you guys, yeah, what is on sale. And this is what is on sale right now. This is the jewelry. This was definitely one of the questions. I'm not sure if it was in person or online shopping, but this was definitely a question that was asked, and I'm showing you guys what was on sale. I also want to see what are you guys seeing this stuff in your stores, or if you're not, definitely let me know. That was the only area that had the jewelry on sale, so now we're going upstairs. I liked this aesthetic of clothes. This was Ralph Lauren, I want to say, if I can recall. But I liked the aesthetic of them, whether you are buying an outfit straight off the rack from them or just individual. But navy, I just like that combination so much more than black, because black is just, it gets so boring. And with navy and plush pink, I like to pair those color combinations for women who work a lot with men to kind of just soften the mood. So that is one of the color combinations. And then that's caramel type of trench coat. Definitely a fan. You can always wear that with a denim outfit, or you can wear it when you're dressing up. It's always good to have one of those color coats. This was a nice little coat too, but nothing was on sale. I'm just kind of showing you guys the what's out there at this moment. And also, if you guys are having this, if you're seeing this in your store, if you're not seeing it, let me know. I wasn't so crazy about that print. I don't know what it was. It was just a lot going on. This was cute. It's always I always like red and pink together, or red and purple together. I like that color combination. It's a good little piece right here too, depending on what you do for work or what you do in your lifestyle. I love this blazer. Definitely can be worn fall, winter, and spring. So you will get a good use out of it, cost per wear. And as you can see that on the mannequin, about to say the model. Y'all gonna be seeing the mannequin when I be styling for on our closet at MIIEN. It's a lot of mannequin. It's gonna be a lot of mannequin modeling the stuff. Okay. No sales over here. That's why I'm just going through each of these racks to kind of just see if I see any signs, any alerts. No sales. I liked it how it was just shaped. It already had the structure and it just needed a body to go in there to kind of like conform to it. I like it. This dress remind me of a dress that I have already, but mine is longer. I love that dress. I mean, I said dress, the skirt. I love that color. I just love that color of green. But yeah, I'm just walking and there are no sales. Those are just the sign, those white signs are the name of the brands, but only like red or yellow is what you will see. Sometimes maybe you'll see green, but yeah, I'm not seeing any sales, y'all. That leather was so soft and luxurious. I was like, this felt good. This was cute. I don't know. I'm just a fan of collar shirts. I'm gonna have to say that's probably my uniform when it is fall, winter. I love a good collar shirt. I'm definitely the girl in the men's section buying up their collar shirts and just getting it altered to fit my body. Whether it's loose, it's fitted, I'm taking something off. I love me a good collar shirt. I think this section was a great palette for the working woman as well. I love the tops. If you are not interested in wearing collar shirts, you can wear the nice blouses under the blazers. If you don't, if you just want to have pants, it was just a nice balance of those elements. Still no sell. Oh, there go one. We didn't get to it yet. I wanted to check everything out. I'm going row by row. Oh, I ain't go back? Joe. Now this brown is it for me. That orange is amazing. I think I read the sign, but because the way I'm just like moving and I stop, I'm reading it, but I didn't take notes of what it was. I don't think it was great because I would have went to it. Like I'm not having a problem going back and walking. That is the purpose of me, going to these stores so that you guys can see what I'm saying is aligned with those previous videos that I did as far as the online and in-person shopping concern. So pretty much, yeah, those were like spend X amount of money and get 30% off. I like that this little set. Depending on your personal style, that can go. And then they had like the blazer. It was too much, but two piece, it was A1 for me. So certain racks was 30% off, and that one was 50% off, as you can see. But that wasn't every rack. And you notice how I mentioned that sales are going to have the color red and yellow. I said it about 2 or 3 minutes ago, but yeah. All right, so we are done with the department stores, and we're going to be off to